Hi, welcome to another video of my TXT discovery robot, writing robot, which I put on the community kernel. And the community kernel provides some nice improvements, better Wi-Fi, better camera image. And depending on the development which is coming, everything else should be alright as well. And last time I found I had a problem with this line, because this command is calling secure copy, puts in a file name and then copies it to this laptop. However, that did not seem to work. And of course this line is different from the standard kernel, because the IP address is different. But let's see what actually does happen. So I'm going back in time and I'm starting this program. And it should run. Yes, it does. It waits for something. And I don't know what. There I see a problem, because it says contact 2 is 1. And that is indeed a problem. I will have to change a little bit in this. I notice that that makes no difference whatever I do to that contact. I see what the problem is, and that is hard to explain when doing a screencast instead of the camera. And I think it will be nice to show it on camera. So let's first solve this problem. Oops. So let's go to the camera. No, I have to use this one. So here we see the discovery robot running the community kernel. And the problem is with these sensors. And here, this is sensor 1 with the connection and construction exactly at the same level. While with contact 2, that is not the case. Here the contact plate is slightly higher, or located slightly higher from this connection. And since the rest feels the same, I should put this contact plate a little bit lower. However, this is quite smooth and this isn't smooth at all. When I lift it, you hear it click and it clicks back. So here is a dramatic improvement necessary. This is much smoother than this. What may be the trouble is this, of course. So I'm going to change these connections to the other side. There is one. That is two. This is already much smoother, much easier. And this should go. Here. That is one. This goes right on top. And that is a lot better. And they should actually be the same, but somehow this position is different. Anyway, this solves it quite well. This goes fine, so they should be solving the contact 2 stubbornness. So let's get back to the screencast. And by the way, the Android tablet is now connected to this TXT. It's all in the same network, so that is no problem anymore. Anyway, back to the previous subject.
So with that piece of hardware, the sensor hopefully fixed. Let's run it again. Should be a lot better now. Connecting. Of course, why would it work in the first time? And okay, even that. So I have to kill process 1151. There you go. And go again. This is better. And yes, it runs nicely. And it keeps running. The distance is set to 12, as you can see, but the question is, why does it keep running? Anyway, what I wanted to know is if contact 2 is 0, and it is. I quit. Run it again. By the way, the 12 was caused by one of the legs of the tripod for the camera. and this is an ouch. So I have to kill one other process again. This time it's 82. Process numbers increase by each command you give. Zeros distance, so it doesn't see anything. Contacts are still all 0, which is good. However, I'm waiting for something to start. So please do. This is taking a long time. And now we don't have process 1182 anymore, but a very different one. Connection to TXT aborted. I have to kill again. And I have to be patient because things in the kernel have to be fixed yet. Connected again. Now we go. Distance is 15 centimeters. I don't mind. It's a 3D cone as far as the sonar goes, so it still sees the tripod. Propeller is still working. But I would love to have some more action. But first, something I want to know is if all the images have been copied, and that is not the case, because the only image you see here is from 11 September, and today's date is more than a month later. So let's go see here. To verify. Ouch! This is a big ouch. So the date is a very wrong one. I need to set the date, and I will do that on camera. I can do that here, but it's nice to do that, as said, on camera. Oh, by the way, I don't know why the date is set. Maybe one of the developers can explain that. So let's try to fix the date. What does about say? Just that it is the fischertechnik TXT firmware community edition, so I need to go somewhere else, and probably even to the default fischertechnik graphical user interface. And also let me try to get a better view. I hope you can see it. So I go to settings, info, no, I have to get lower, date and time, date, and yes, it says 2000. That is 16. We're living in October by now. And we are having alright, and the time is and this should do it. So let's keep it in this way. Let's run the program again. By the way, on-screen time gives now the nice and good info. I'm running the program and it says now online, so it has everything it should do. And yes, contact 2 gives again 1, but that's because one of the legs of the tripod is hitting it. So I assume everything is alright with this, and let's get back to the screen.
So after setting the date correctly, and you can see here that the date is fine now, and here the tripod leg was resting against the contact. So let's do it again. And hopefully get what we want. Not really. I want a picture connected, copied. Alright. 0, start. So now it has a distance of 1023. And what is camera action 0? Camera action 0, please. Is here. Exactly here. Then it goes to start. And you know what? I need to have some online, some print actions to know where I am in this whole action. So let's do that.
So I say print camera action dates appended. And here I will say print file name set, since in this line I determined the file name from all dates that have been set here. And then print camera action end. So with this done, let's write it. Yes, and do it again. And I don't need an abortion of the connection. This looks better. So it looks like it is having a problem here. Quit, and then let's do it here. Print camera action right, and I say that I have to do it here as well. Camera action file name set, because then I do know where it goes wrong, if it goes wrong. Alright, let's do it again. And again. So now I do know where things hang, which is with call, and that is exactly the problem, because I don't get any images. So since I only changed username and IP address compared to the original kernel program, something is wrong here. And unfortunately that means that I do need to go back to the original kernel and compare the program. Or I might see. Hopefully it is the same here again. Yes, it's so you see the difference, same username but different IP address, and that is all that has changed. So there may be a problem with the firewall, which is set to the other to
to the IP address, and I need to figure that out. And that's probably with SFW, and oh, that's a nice one. See, connect to host, connection timed out. So this probably has to do with timeout of the of trying to copy it to the computer. It gets back the action, and there it goes. Here again, camera action write. It tries to write it, then copy it, which it won't work. So the firewall is probably the issue. And I need to figure out exactly how to solve this. But it does work. That I do know now. And I guess that's it for now. I showed you the fixing of the second sensor. This one. I showed you the use that I can do here for the Android tablet as well. Exactly the same. I could try, let's see. Of course it records images, but those are on the interface, not copied here. So that will be a problem, and I need to fix that first. So for now, thank you for watching, and to be continued.